Well, hello, all you fabulous freight masters out there. For those of you that are maybe new to the channel, my name is Tim, where we provide tips, tools, resources, and sprinkle in a little bit of news to help you grow and be more successful as a freight broker, freight agent, or carrier. Okay, so it was recently just announced that the FMCSA was granting training requirements for brokers and freight forwarders. Okay. This kind of comes, part of the problem was, with all the bad actors and everything in the industry, right? If for those of you that have been in the industry for any length of time, you know that the last 2 years have just been rampant with these fraudsters and no good tricksters, and some of you, watching this may have actually even been burned, right? I'm one person. I've talked to so many carriers in the last 2 years that have gotten caught up in double brokering, brokers that got double brokered. And a lot of it, I think, probably could have been prevented by, doing, proper due diligence and vetting. But it is what it is. We are where we are. And now there is a mandate that's going to hopefully fix this or at least lessen it. And personally, I am all for it. Okay. The Moving Ahead for Progress in the 21st Century Act, MAP 21, included a provision requiring brokers and freight forwarders to have experienced personnel, but the FMCSA hadn't implemented it. Okay. The lack of enforcement led to an increase in fraudulent activity in the industry, costing consumers an estimated $800 million annually. That's pretty significant, right? The Transportation Intermediaries Association, I kind of stumbled over that, I apologize, or the TIA, believes this is due to a rise in reincarnated or chameleon companies that keep reappearing under new names after engaging in fraudulent practices, right? So we've all seen it, at least I have, because they go get a virtual office, if you check, they're using a VoIP phone, they're operating from overseas, and they just, and you've probably even maybe seen it on Facebook, I'm buying MCs. Well, somebody who had an MC, maybe you were a carrier, you thought maybe you wanted to get in, and start brokering. But for whatever reason, you're like, I'm just so busy with, with this that I really don't have time to deal with the brokerage side of things right now. Might as well give it up, get a little something back for it. And so they would buy them up, or they'd just go through the process of getting it, right? Traditionally. Yeah, you shut them down on one, they've got another one, right? And I don't know if some of these people breed like rats or whatever, but it's like, well, you've shut number one down. Well, now their aunt's, uncle's, cousin's, sister's brother, is good friends with them. They're going to open it up under their name, and then their sister's mother's inbred cousin, he's going to get in on this as well, right? And the process just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So again, I'm all for it. I think it's going to save a lot of you out there headaches, myself included. Does it mean that we're, out of the waters or anything with this yet? No, we still have to do our proper due diligence, right? Do our vetting. But anywho, moving on. So what's the solution? Essentially, the TIA petitioned the FMCSA to implement the existing MAP 21 provision requiring experience or training. Okay. TIA proposes brokers have one of two options. All right. Employ someone with 3 years of relevant experience, or employ someone who has completed a training program approved by the FMCSA, which is 30 to 90 hours online or in-person training. Okay, so for all of these freight broker training classes out there, which you've heard me kind of grumble about some of them in the past because they were incomplete and just sort of, unless they're approved by the FMCSA, they're done. Okay. The TIA believes this will help weed out bad actors and improve safety in the supply chain. And I really hope that it does, right? And what this means essentially is that this is a win for not only the TIA and could significantly reduce fraudulent activity in the freight forwarding and brokerage industry. Okay. Additionally, the FMCSA has granted the petition, but the official ruling isn't published yet. So it's coming. Okay. They just sort of acknowledged it, allowed it, but it's coming. All right. Additionally, I would like to add that the FMCSA also granted a separate petition from the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association, or the OOIDA, in March 2023. The OOIDA's petition focused on broker transparency and requires brokers to provide electronic copies of transaction records to carriers within 48 hours of completion. Okay. I don't know. I sort of have mixed feelings on that. I don't know. Maybe that's a topic for another day. Okay. Also, while the FMCSA granted this petition too, the official rulemaking process hasn't begun and is expected to start in October of this year. Okay. So for all you shadesters, tricksters, fraudsters, bad actors, inbred cousin muffin, you're gone, right? You're gone. There's no more of this, grabbing your authority. Your sister's brother's cousin isn't going to just say, hey, jump in here and we'll handle it. No, you're done. You're done. So the sooner that this happens, the better. Also, for those of you out there already working in the industry, please do your due diligence, because they're probably going to hit this as hard as possible until this goes into effect, right? They're going to ramp up their efforts trying to grab every penny they can from you, whether you're a carrier or a broker or a freight forwarder, right? They're probably going to change their method of whatever, convincing you or trying to convince you that, oh no, we're a good guy, yeah. So anywho, I'm kind of excited about that news. When I saw this, I was like, finally, we're actually starting to do something about this. So the sooner it happens, the better. And I think that it's going to help the industry be better as a whole. Is it a complete fix? Absolutely not. I don't think it's a 100% end-all to end-all solution, but it's nice to see the FMCSA take action, right, and start mandating some of this. As much as I'm kind of against mandates, right, as well as carriers, but I do think that this is going to help things out. Guys, if you like my content, I appreciate your subscription if I've earned it. And as always, I do have links for my suggested tools and resources to help you grow and be more successful. If you need anything else, have any questions, would like to reach out to me directly, you can always email me, freightmasterresources@gmail.com. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, and your week is looking bright. And as always, be kind to one another. Bye-bye now.